Hi there, it's Carrie from Stamp with CT. I may be a minute early. I'm just super excited to be back with you today. I had to miss doing my Facebook Live last week. I wasn't feeling great, so just canceled, and I had not needed to do that in a really long time. So I missed you. I cannot believe it's been 2 weeks since we had a Facebook Live together. So if you are catching this part of the video, you are part of the replay crew. So please type in replay. Good morning, Judy. And if you're able to catch the video live, please say hello. Let me know how you're doing. I'm glad you're here. And then, of course, if you're watching over on YouTube, I do upload these videos to YouTube. So if you're watching over there, if you'll give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, I would really appreciate it. Good morning. Well, I think it's going to be a hot day here in Texas. I've kind of come to give a weather report each week. It's nice outside right now, but it's going to heat up quickly. I know, we've got to try to keep cool here in Texas. Well, let's get started because I've got a couple fun projects for you. And I thought I would show you first the supplies that I'm using. Now, I love this stamp set. This one really spoke to me. It seems like there's always a stamp set or two in a new catalog. This one is new in the annual catalog that came out last month. There's always one or two stamp sets that really jump out at me that I just decide, you know, I'm going to get those for myself, whether I do a class or use them for anything in my business or not. But I've really enjoyed using this one. So Big Hooray, and it's got those nice bold fonts. Perfect to use in the Stamparatus because you're able to reposition or just position your stamp, and you can stamp it multiple times and add layers of ink and get it nice and bold, because sometimes stamps like this, it's a little bit hard to make sure you get it inked up and add pressure so it's a nice dark image, and that really helps you. So I love this stamp set. It's super cute. And then you have seen these stylized shapes already a number of times. This is a real workhorse already in my craft room. I love that they stitch not only on the item that you cut out, but then on the negative where you've cut them from, you have stitching as well. So you can, if you plan ahead and you have a panel that you cut like a circle out of, you can then go ahead later and use that piece because it has stitching as well. So kind of like a frame. So banners, squares, and circles that all layer over each other. Awesome, awesome die set. Then I also grabbed some fine tip glue. I don't use this very often, but it's one that I love to use for a technique, especially when I fussy cut items. So I'll be showing you how I use that here in just a minute. And then the adorable Butterfly Kisses Designer Series paper. It is bright and cute and fun with lots and lots of butterflies. Now I do have the stamps and the dies ordered. They should be here actually today, but I'm just using the paper today, and it is really cute. So many different options as far as the patterns, so many different colors to coordinate with. Just a fun paper. So even if you don't care for butterflies, which I kind of got worn out on butterflies for a while, but I'm back to using butterflies a good bit. So even if you're not a huge fan of butterflies, there's lots that it offers. So let me look at the colors right quick. We've got Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Parakeet Party, and Starry Sky. So we're going to do things just a little bit differently today. I've got pieces cut to make 2 cards with you. And I did use the circles to cut different patterns. So 3 different size circles to cut different patterns from Designer Series paper. So this one is more, it's got the Fresh Freesia, Parakeet Party, and just a little bit brighter. And I'm going to position these on a piece of cardstock that is, I'm pretty sure that I cut this 5 1/4 by 4. Yes, I did. And so this, I believe, is the largest circle. So I'm just going to kind of get my positioning. I knew ahead of time what I wanted to do. And we're going to adhere these circles down. Then I did fussy cut a couple of butterflies from the paper, and you've got lots of different options. Now, I haven't received the dies yet. Once I get those, I can let you know. Maybe the dies coordinate with some of these butterflies on the Designer Series paper. That happens sometimes, and that's always awesome. So this one is just cut from the paper. This one has almost like a rubbery feel to it, and I don't know that that's going to show up on camera, but actually applied some of the fine tip glue to this butterfly, so it actually makes it kind of like an embellishment, just an accent piece, and that's going to be what I use on the front of my card to add a little bit extra. And then I saved this one because I think I may use it on the inside, so I'm going to set it aside for right now, because I'm going to put the 2 front panels on first, and then I want to talk to you a little bit about color and how we, with Stampin' Up! Products, have so many options with our color coordination. So just bringing in some liquid glue. Oops. Let me kind of scale it back there. That was a lot of glue for a circle. And we're going to put this up there. It's kind of how I had it laid out. Just a small border of white at the top and the side. And then this one that has the floral pattern. And I don't really think it matters which way it goes. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. And then this Parakeet Party stripe, how cute is that? And I think I'll kind of do that at an angle this way. So we will let that dry for a second. Do a little bit of stamping. I cut myself 2 banners just to give myself a little bit of leeway in case I don't do the best job of stamping the first time. So I think for this one, I'm going to use Calypso Coral ink. I have to tell y'all a funny story. This is a brand new ink pad because I lost my Calypso Coral ink pad. I have no idea what I did with it. And I looked for it for about a week. Now, it could have been I used it with Paper Pumpkin and put it in the Paper Pumpkin box or a kit. I don't know what I did. But I lost it. So I just had to order myself another one. I'm going to use this Hugs sentiment. See if I can get it lined up even with all my gear up above me. Not too bad. We're going to go with that one. Okay, I'll save that other little banner for another project. Put that stamp over on my chamois. So Calypso Coral, just pulling one of the colors from the Designer Series paper. So that'll kind of help pull from those little flowers. Now I'll bring in some dimensionals and put this little banner on. You'll have to let me know what you think of this layout. I'm just really into circles right now. I think partially because I have my stitch circles back. Gosh, I missed those when Stampin' Up! Retired the stitch shapes a couple years ago. Whew. I just love the stitching so much. Let me put this down and see if I can get this a little bit straighter that way. We'll see. Kind of look at it upside down. It may be a little bit wonky. Sometimes I have to fix things after the video because they're not super straight, but for now, you get the idea. And then let's add this cute little butterfly that has that fine tip glue on it. Just makes a really cute little accent. Of course, you could bring in some cute ribbon. You could put some embellishments if you wanted to, but I thought it would be fun to use the fine tip glue and make kind of my own little embellishment. So there we go. That is not straight at all, is it? I'll work on it. So that's what the front of the card is going to look like. So we're doing it a little bit differently this time than what I normally do as far as putting cards together, but there's a reason behind that. So now I have supplies to make one more with the very same layout. So let's quickly get all of our pieces out. Again, I've got a butterfly with the fine tip glue and then a butterfly just cut from the designer series paper. So I'll set that one aside because I may use it on the inside. I'm just not sure yet. Get my circles glued down. So another really cute pattern of paper, that Starry Sky. So this paper uses some of the new in colors, which I am so in love with. So just a little bit different look, pulling some of the little bit darker colors from the designer series paper, but still using that designer series paper to guide me, my color selection. And then while that dries, we'll use some Starry Sky ink. And this time, I'm going to grab a sentiment that says thanks. Ink that up good. See how we do here with our stamping this morning. Especially with those bold images, be sure to give a good amount of pressure when you're stamping. Oh, that one turned out pretty good as well. And then also press down for maybe 5-6 seconds and let that ink really transfer over to the cardstock. So again, I have another banner I can use for another project. And we'll go ahead and add this sentiment. Again with some dimensionals. Uh-oh. Come on, dimensional. It's stuck to my fingernail. Now we are going to be using this designer series paper in a bingo event the end of the month. I think it's, I'm not gonna say what day because I don't have a calendar in front of me and I don't want to tell you wrong. But it's gonna be fun and we're gonna make some really cute projects. This bingo event will be on Zoom, so anyone can join us. We would love to have you do that. We have so much fun playing bingo for Stampin' Up! Prizes. And then we also do make and takes. So if you go to the events tab right here on my Stamp with CT Facebook page, you can see all about it. Got those events posted the other night. And that little butterfly up there. Okay, so now we've got our card fronts. And I thought what I would do is pull from the designer series paper that we're using and go ahead and pull some card bases. So I've got Calypso Coral, Starry Sky, Parakeet Party, and Fresh Freesia. And just wanted to kind of show you how you can get kind of a different look based on what you mat your cardstock with. So by having that little border of Parakeet Party, I really feel like that pulls out the Parakeet Party in the designer series paper. Okay, so now when we move it over to the Fresh Freesia cardstock for the base, see how it really pulls that Fresh Freesia from your designer series paper, even from your butterfly. So you just kind of have to decide which way do you like it better. But what I love is that we're just able to pull those colors from our designer series paper, and that helps us with our creation, with that design process. So I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is go with the fresh freesia. Can't decide. That's the hard part, deciding. Fresh freesia for this one. And then for this one, we've got the Starry Sky and Calypso Coral. And again, you can see that that really pulls from your sentiment and this piece of designer series paper. And then when you bring it over here, it makes the Calypso Coral from the butterfly, this circle, and from the floral part really pop. So, you know, again, it's just a tough decision, but what's great is you could make two and you could use both card bases. I think I'll go with Calypso Coral on this one. Let me know what you prefer though. So now we can adhere these card fronts onto our card base. I'm using lots of glue today, y'all. Sometimes I'm a little heavy-handed with the glue and I know better. It's really best with our liquid glue to kind of edit yourself and not use too much, because then it squishes out the side and you get sticky fingers, right? Sticky project. It really doesn't take much. It's a great adhesive that is super strong. So I'm going to kind of edit myself again and put my corners and a little squiggle down the center, and then we'll add this one over here. Now again, you could dress these up with some cute ribbon, with some embellishments, but I just think I'm gonna go a little more simple this time. Now through the month of May, we worked on the inside of our cards and also on our envelopes, so that's part of the reason why I wanted to definitely bring in some inside panels and do just a tiny bit of decorating for that. So I'm going to bring those other little butterflies back in, and I've got some strips. Those dimensional backs are everywhere. I've got some strips of designer series paper that were just kind of scrap pieces, so we've got lots of options as far as that. These are a little bit too long, but we can always snip them off. So I think for this one I'm going to bring it towards the bottom. So let me hold that right there and put just a tiny bit of liquid glue down the length of that. And we will add this to a piece of basic white. Again, this is cut at 5 1/4 by 4 for inside panel. And when I add a strip like this, I really like leaving a bit of white. You can certainly butt that to the edge of the cardstock, but I just really like leaving that bit of white there. But definitely do what is pleasing to your eye. And so by doing that, I think I'm going to have some room to put my butterflies too, by leaving a little bit of room. So let's see. This one I think is going to go, doesn't really matter. All that coordinates really well. So let me add this little guy. And then for this one, what I will do is probably come across here on the side. And again, leave a little bit of white. So that I've got room for my butterfly. And we talked during the month of May in Finding Inspiration videos where we worked on the inside of our cards and our envelopes. Ooh, I overdid it with the glue again, y'all. We talked about that last month. And so one of the things too, you know, if you don't want to have to write a super big message, then really decorate the inside panel so that you have just a little bit of room to write your message. If you need more room, then either don't decorate the inside or put just a small strip. That's a great trick that we can use. to help solve that little problem. Now for June, my Finding Inspiration videos are all about backgrounds. And I think we'll put this little butterfly right about there. I'm happy with this. This is super cute. And I just fixed that little over gluing problem that I made. So let's see here. I think this one can go in this card and this one over here. We'll go ahead and add them. And our projects will be done. And then I just have a couple announcements for you and our giveaway winner. Don't want to miss that, so stick around just a few more minutes. Isn't that cute? I love it. And then this one we will put this little cutie. Oh, for a minute I thought my butterfly was flying upside down, but it's not. It's not. It's okay. Kind of scooch that into place. I love my liquid glue because I have time to adjust a bit. And that will add some cuteness to the inside of this card. So really happy with how these turned out. I do hope that you'll let me know what you think. I always love to see your feedback. And don't forget that leaving a comment is how you are entered for a chance to win the prize each week. So I'll move those out of the way a little bit. And then I do want to share a piece of Happy Mail that I received. Now this is not a handmade card, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And I love drawing inspiration from all kinds of different things. And how pretty is it to have this scalloped edge all the way around? That's a great idea. And this does kind of remind me of the Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper that we have. It's brand new and it is fabulous. And maybe with a little bit of gold leafing on it, that gives me ideas as well. So this gorgeous card is from my friend Flor. So thank you, Flor. It's so, so pretty. And I will display it proudly and think of you. So that gives us some inspiration, and you can see that Happy Mail. And then let's go ahead and give away the door prize from last week. This beautiful stamp set, it was part of Celebration last year. It's going to my sweet friend Aura Murray. Now, Aura left a comment on the video 2 weeks ago, so that's how she was selected as the winner by random draws. Congratulations, Aura. Dale will get that stamp set in the mail to you soon. And this week, I have a package of Stampin' Dimensionals that will be our giveaway. So be sure to leave a comment, send up a heart, or share this video. All of those things enter you for a chance to win the prize, and I will announce a winner next week on Facebook Live, 10 o'clock Wednesday morning. Now I do have a couple of announcements. One is that tomorrow is the last day to register for stamp class. So if you would like to be part of my He's the Man stamp class, either in person if you're local to me, or virtually, in a Facebook group. I kind of use that as my classroom. It's called CT's Craft and Connect. If you would like to be part of that stamp class, you just need to register by tomorrow. And the class is on the 18th. It starts at 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock in person here at my home, or it starts at 9 o'clock with a pre-recorded video in CT's Craft and Connect. So I'd love to have you join us. We're using He's the Man. It's a masculine suite of products, and we're going to make some really fun projects with it. So please register. We would love to have you join us. We also have an awesome sale going on right now. Stampin' Up! Is offering buy one, get one at 50% off on our kits collection. So I will put a link in the description of this video because you have to go online to see what kits are in stock. And when you place those kits in your cart, it will automatically give you 50% off the most expensive kit. So be sure to order in multiples of 2 so that you buy one, you buy the less expensive kit, you get 50% off the more expensive kit. These would be great if you have kiddos at home this summer. These would be great to kind of have a little bit of crafting time with them. And give them something to do, and you're saving 50% on that second kit. Everything you need is in the box. Some of the kits require some stamping, some of them don't. You're just assembling these adorable projects. So check those out. Again, I'll share the link. And then I have one more set of Happy Mail that I received, and this came from Stampin' Up. This is our new July to December mini catalog and also celebration brochure. It arrived yesterday, so I'm super excited. Demonstrators get to purchase, kind of pre-order a month before a catalog goes live to customers, so I do have an order coming. And I'm really excited about this catalog. It's gorgeous. Now, if you know about Stampin' Up, when we're doing the pre-order, I can't show you the inside of these catalogs until they go live to customers, and that's July. So we're going to be doing some Christmas in July projects. Super excited about some of these beautiful holiday products inside. And Celebration is our free gift with purchase promotion, so you'll be hearing more about that. But I want to thank Stampin' Up for my Happy Mail. I'm really excited about these catalogs. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. I will put a supply list and measurements in the description of the video. And I really appreciate you being here with me today. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great week.